welcome back to my channel. I'm super stoked to be sharing these tips with you today because this is all the stuff that's helped me the most with staying healthy and fit and not getting bloated and uncomfortable and just really disgusting feeling while traveling, because I've definitely been there. I totally get that side of it as well. So if you are an entrepreneur, or if you are a digital nomad, or if you're somebody who travels a lot for work, maybe you're a flight attendant, these tips are going to be super duper helpful for you. So I'm just going to jump right into it and show you guys what I use so that I can continue eating healthy while I'm traveling, and also exactly how I carry them, because I think that can be really helpful too. So one of the first things that I literally never go anywhere without is my greens balance. And this is something from Arbonne. That's the company that I use pretty much all my nutrition and skincare and everything from. And the reason that I don't go anywhere without this is because it has, I don't know if it's 30 or 50, it has a shit ton of different fruits and vegetables in it. And so if there's ever a time where maybe I've had a not so healthy breakfast and I know my dinner is probably going to be not so healthy, I can at least have a shot of my daily serving, at least one daily serving of fruits and vegetables. So it's recommended that we get, my hair is like really wispy right now. I'm like, where's this coming from? It's kind of windy out. But the reason that this is so helpful is that, like I said, even if I'm not sure where I'm going to get a good, solid, nutritionally balanced meal in, I can at least just have a shot of this and not have to worry about feeling like shit later. The other really big thing, which I just realized I don't actually have with me, but is probiotics. So usually I will take these as like literally a shot. I like the taste of it, so I can just drink it by itself, like put it in a glass with water. That's the other thing, is if you have, my water's too far away, but if you have like a water bottle, if you can just put it in that too. So you don't have to have like a glass or a straw or a spoon or anything like that. You can just put it in and it's good to go. You can do it on the plane, like it's not gonna matter where it's at. One of the other things, same with the probiotics, they just like mix right in. And what I use, again, the probiotics are from Arbonne. So it's a pre and probiotic blend. So the prebiotics are what actually feeds your gut. That's actually kind of like, yeah, just what feeds the good bacteria in your gut and helps them continue to grow and thrive and reproduce. And then the probiotics kind of act as like a fertilizer. So those go in there and really just give everything even more nutrients to grow and flourish. And then it also has digestive enzymes in there. So what the digestive enzymes do is go in and pretty much just help break down anything that doesn't need to be in there. So if you've got excess stuff in your gut, those will go in there and help lay down the law of the land and tell everything else what rules. So the other thing, kind of similarly, that I always take with me is protein. So this is just a little individual package of it. Again, it's Arbonne protein. The reason why I like this one is because it's not just protein. So you probably won't be able to read this, but we're gonna try. The reason that I like this one, I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way here. If you can read that, that's perfect. If not, maybe I'll put a little snippet of it over here. But what I love about this one, like I said, is it's not just protein. It's actually got carbs, healthy sugars, healthy fats, different minerals, vitamins, you know, it's got lots of different things in there. So you can actually count this as a true meal replacement, and it's not gonna leave you nutrient deficient. So something I find a lot of people do while traveling or not is they'll use protein as a meal replacement, but the protein they're using is literally just protein. And for one, that's something that can totally mess with your metabolism, because if you're only having protein throughout the day, your body's not getting any other nutrients. So your body still thinks it's starving. So even though you might not be hungry, you might not, you know, feel like you need to eat more food, it might not be that part that's lacking, but it's the variety in nutrients that's missing. And so that's why I really like that one. And sometimes I'll even have these all together. So my prebiotics, my probiotics, and my greens all in one. And like I said, that is something that I'll usually put, just realized I have a hole in this one, so I need to use it soon. But that is something that I will actually do pretty often, is I'll just put one of those in my bag, in like my laptop bag, my carry-on, and I'll bring one or two of those on the flight if I know that it's a really long flight and I want to, you know, depending on how the flight goes, if it's one where I'm planning it as like an overnight flight, like I get there the next morning, I probably won't have anything. I might have like one shake when I wake up and that's it. If it's more of like a daytime flight, so that when I get to wherever I'm going, I need to go to sleep, I'll bring a couple of them and have a couple of them on the plane, just because most of the time the plane food is not something that I'm comfortable eating. It either has meat in it or just preservatives or unknown items in it, and so a lot of times I just don't eat plain food. So one of the other things that's really, really helpful for me, and I literally just put it in a plastic baggie, very, very sophisticated here, are these things called fizz sticks. And so again, you can get whatever kind of version of this that you want to, but basically these are just for energy. And so rather than going out and getting a soda, or if I'm going out to eat and getting a soda or energy drink, or even if I'm going out drinking, it's something that I don't have to worry about. Like I don't need to buy, you know, a Red Bull vodka. I could go up, just get a vodka and ask for it in like a bigger glass, and then go pour some water in there, add a fizz stick, and there we go. I got a vodka soda kind of thing that's flavored really nicely for way freaking cheaper. Plus this is going to be energizing, and it has lots of other natural vitamins and minerals and things in there. But yeah, basically I bring my own things as much as I possibly can. So this is a green apple fizz stick, if you're curious. There's also pomegranate and blackberry and citrus. They're really freaking good, by the way. If you're trying to cut a soda addiction or a coffee addiction or any other kind of energy drink, these are phenomenal. So this is another way that I carry them. I don't even honestly remember where I got this bag. Totally don't remember, but it's like a really, really thick, nice, I guess plastic. I don't really know what else it would be called, but this smells like heaven. In here I have different kinds of teas. Again, they're both Arbonne. There's a cranberry one, and then this one's just a regular detox tea. So again, just making sure that I'm keeping my body taken care of while I'm traveling. I also have fizz sticks in here, some Digestion Plus, which is my probiotics. So yeah, I just keep all those in there. And what I actually do is, obviously it's kind of thick right there, so I kind of spread it out and lay it nice and flat, and then I put my clothes on top of it or around it just to protect it and make sure it doesn't like break or explode or anything. So one of the other things that I do is I take all of my essential oils. Again, I just bring those with me. One, you know, for all of the like lovely smells, but also like any kind of healing properties, just energetic, just all those different kinds of things. I just make sure that I always have these with me, and I feel like this is a very convenient way to carry them. This was another, it was an Arbonne bag that I had. It was a travel case for Arbonne skincare, but these just fit so perfectly, so I decided to put them in there. And Arbonne does have some essential oils, so if you're curious about that, go for it. So those are kind of my go-tos while actually traveling. When it comes to things more like going out to eat at restaurants or eating while traveling, like when you're already, you know, out traveling, or if you have an Airbnb, some of my tips are, for one, get an Airbnb. It is worth it. Like, unless you need to stay in hostels where like it is super duper cheap, I highly recommend getting Airbnbs, because you're gonna be able to cook, you're gonna save so much money, and also you get to choose what you eat, and that is massive for me. And so one of the things that I always have with me are lemons. So these ones are actually, we're at an Airbnb right now that's literally like out in the middle of nowhere, and it's beautiful and I love it and it's gorgeous. By the way, I'm in Australia right now, about an hour outside of Melbourne. And so, yeah, the people who actually own the place live just down the road, and so they brought us some like very, very fresh lemons. Like, how freaking sweet is that? But lemons are something that we actually have all the time, and it's just because they're so healing and so detoxing and so awakening. Like, they're so good for you. And so I try to squeeze a lemon into water every single morning, and if I want it to be even more alkaline forming in my body, I'll even put some baking soda in there, and it fizzes just a tiny bit, and literally like a tiny little pinch of it is perfectly enough. So one of the other things that I find really, really helpful is actually trying to plan my meals when I'm eating out, and also when I'm traveling, just in general. So when I am going to the grocery store, I've got my meal, I pull something up on Pinterest, I take screenshots of it if I'm not gonna have service, and then I just go through my list and make sure that I'm actually getting, you know, that healthy meal that I said I was gonna make tonight, and I'm not getting myself distracted and getting something else. Similar with when I'm going out to restaurants. Hell yeah, I'm gonna binge on something delicious that is only made in that country that I'm in, but also, how can I make that healthier? Like, can I add extra veggies to it? Can I get the veggie version instead of, I don't know, instead of the cheese version, you know? I'm just trying to think of like healthier swaps, but basically that's all I do, is I just look for really healthy swap options, and I also get dessert every single time. So I'm just saying, like, you don't have to cut out dessert when you're traveling or anything like that, but kind of pick and choose where you're going to have your treats, I would say. I don't like saying cheats just because, you know, it's your body, it's your decision, it's your everything, so you're not cheating anything, you're not cheating a system. I don't know really where that came from, it doesn't make sense to me, but rather than saying, okay, I'm traveling and I'm not allowed to have dessert, or I'm not allowed to have alcohol, or I'm not allowed to have coffee, or whatever it is that you are trying to test out right now or cut out of your diet right now, instead of cutting that out and looking at it as something that you can't have, look at it as just, okay, right now, during this trip, I'm doing my best to limit my alcohol or my desserts or my coffee or whatever, and then set yourself a real goal. So if you're gonna say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna limit my dessert this week while I'm traveling, or weekend, whatever it is, I can have dessert one night, or I can have one dessert per day. So this is completely dependent on you and your own goals and all that stuff. So whether it's dessert, alcohol, coffee, something else, whatever it is, just set a measurable goal. Because if you say, I'm just gonna not get drunk, that's not a specific number, and you're not actually going to do that. You're gonna keep drinking and then be like, oh shit, I'm drunk. Now what? And then the emotional crap is gonna come into it, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm a failure, I failed at my diet or whatever, and it's like, no, you were just being too hard on yourself. So cut it back, make it specific and simple. I'm having 2 glasses of wine tonight and then I'm done. I'm having 1 glass of wine tonight and then I'm done. During this entire trip, I can have 3 drinks and then that's it. So you know what I mean? Make it very specific and measurable. The other thing that I find really helpful, tell someone. Tell your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, your business partner, your best friend, whoever you're there with, who's actually going to have, you know, your best interest at heart, not someone who's going to be like, no, come on, drink, go more. Tell someone, okay, I'm only having 3 drinks tonight. I need you to help keep me accountable. And hopefully they'll actually do that. So I hope this has been helpful. I feel like it was a little bit all over the place. They were very different random tips, but those are really the things that help me out a lot while I'm traveling. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. I try to put out videos as often as I can, and I look forward to chatting with you guys next time.